Dancers and gymnasts, they push their bodies to the extreme, not just in the way that they train, but also anatomically. A lot of times the position a dancer is to put their body in, other athletes would look at it and be like, I'm never going to do that with my body. And the reality is the dancer, they have to. That's sport specific, and that's the way that they have to move, and it has to feel comfortable because they have to be able to do it not just once, but repetitively. So when a dancer arrives, we go through just a little bit of an interview process to learn more about them, because each athlete is unique. We need to know what level they're at or what type of dance they do. After that, we go to the filming portion, and each of the movements that they do is very sport specific and appropriate for what type of athlete they are. Following that, we're going to want to then examine the athlete, make sure that their strength, their flexibility, and their range of motion is symmetric. We're looking for anything that would potentially help us explain why an athlete is moving a certain way. And then we'll move on to actually reviewing the film. And then following that, we do at least 30 minutes of a retraining session. So it's not just telling the athlete, here, this is what you need to improve, but let's give them the tools and let's show them what they have to do to become a better athlete, which is really important to them, but also to help prevent injury, which is important to all of us. They'll have pictures of what they look like moving, but you can't just tell an athlete, okay, the next time you go do that, just keep your head tucked in, or sit more back in your hips. That's such a quick automatic process. Your brain's almost kind of on autopilot when you're doing that. So we will take that movement pattern that they need to improve, break it down into exercises that are more simple for them to complete, and they can do maybe a higher volume of it and really be able to pay attention to their form or what we're asking them to do. And then we'll keep sequencing that together until we build it back up to where they can do the skill with better mechanics that hopefully is leading to that injury prevention. Everything that we do here is based on research. It's not just our personal opinions on it, or that looks good, or I remember when I was an athlete. It truly started with going and looking at the research articles and seeing these are the type of mechanics that are going to limit injury but yet improve performance. So everything that we do here has that evidence-based practice. Injury prevention is obviously key, because if you prevent injuries, you can stay in the game longer and have better performance. I think that a lot of times dancers get in the habit of their conditioning is dancing, and teaching a dancer that they can do more without bulking up their body, without feeling that they're changing their body too much that's going to restrict some of the motions that they have to be able to do. Just adding things like a plyometric program, or different ways of improving flexibility that's just not the traditional static stretching, is going to allow them to jump higher, to leap higher, to turn more, to have that endurance to do repetitive turns. And that's what we're really looking for through them. But just like any competitive athlete, they still go to competitions, they still get scored, and it's not just looking at overall choreography, but looking at how well their athletes execute that choreography, which is gonna definitely improve with movement retraining and improve performance.